guys, today I'm filming my next hitter quit thoughts on hauls, where I'm going to be reviewing all the products I featured in a haul video a year ago to let you know my current thoughts on those products. I will have my playlist, my original video, and all the items listed and linked down below. I'm going to be reviewing two hauls in one, my July haul from last year and an ULTA 4,000 points haul. It took me a really long time to get to 4,000 points because ULTA really did not do very many coupons and point multipliers at the beginning of the pandemic, and they still aren't. They have only released 20% off coupons at Christmas time, which is very disappointing because I would be, and I think a lot of other people would be, spending so much more money if we were getting those coupons. So I don't get why they're not. It's really disappointing, but I did get several goodies here. Now, not as many as I have in other points hauls in the past because I chose to get two perfumes, which are very pricey. So starting with the perfumes, I did get the 1 ounce size because for me that is just enough because I do have several fragrances in my collection. Not a huge collection, but the 3.4 ounce size, by the time I get to the end of it, I'm absolutely sick of it. So these are just the perfect sizes. So first I have Dior Joy. I used up so many little samples of this trying to decide if I liked it or not. And for me with perfumes, I know or I don't. So for me to hem and haw, it made me feel like, okay, I like it enough to get a smaller size. And this is such pretty packaging, but the scents would be mandarin, sandalwood, and white musk. I love the sandalwood and I like that mandarin mixed in with it. It makes it smell a little bit more perfumey and not so much like a home scent. There are some fragrances I love, but I would like them just for home, not on the body. But there is that white musk in here. It is not super overpowering, but it is noticeable, and that is something that almost held me back from buying it because for me, I just think of white musk as like a grandma type scent, and there is a tinge of that in there, but I think it's balanced out by the other notes. This is something I really like fall winter, but I think that this is something that I could rock during the day, and then this one more for at night. And the other perfume I got was Dolce and Gabanna, the only one. They have the one, but this is the only one, and I have told you guys before that I think this is like a sweeter version of YSL Black Opium. On me, YSL pulls like a little bit of a marijuana scent, which is very odd, and this is a little bit sweeter, so it makes me feel a little bit less self-conscious, and I don't know that other people smell that, but I smell that. And the notes in here would be citrus, violet, and coffee. So let me compare that to YSL Black Opium. And Black Opium has black coffee, white flowers, and vanilla. So yeah, I just like this one a little bit better. I would like to use up my opium that I have, but I would not repurchase it, and I would get this one instead. So these were great choices for perfume. Very happy with that. And I was a little bit nervous because again, they are really pricey, and that did take up most of my points. And then I did get 7 makeup products. 2 were blushes. These are formulas I already knew that I love, but I wanted to get another shade. And the first one is Persona's Caramel. It's a really beautiful mauve blush, and I love this. I love the Persona blushes. I find them to be very pigmented. They blend nicely. I love her simple packaging. I do have all 4 shades that she's released, but I would love to see more from her. I would love to see Teddy, that's the cream blush, in this powder formula as well. I think that'd be so beautiful. And then I got one of the Buxom Wanderlust blushes in Seychelles, and a lot of people love this. It's just Steph really loves this color. I don't yet. I think I really need to figure out what season I like it in. I thought maybe fall because it's a nude blush, but you can see there is some mauve in there, and the shimmer in it is more like silvery. It's more cool tone. So I think that maybe winter is the time for this. I don't know. What do you think? I think I'll try this as a winter blush this year. And for me, that is really how I get use out of a product, is when I can figure out what season I like it in. For things where I'm really not sure, it means I don't end up reaching for them. So I think that's when I'll end up using this one. It's a really good formula, but I just couldn't figure out when I wanted to use the shade. And next is something I have not used, unfortunately, the Urban Decay All Nighter Ultra Matte Setting Spray. So I will be using it in the future and letting you know my thoughts, but I love the Urban Decay setting sprays. I think that they all have a phenomenal formula. I also love the nozzle on here. I never have issues with it not working for me. So I'll give you my thoughts in the future. And then I chose 2 shades from the Laura Mercier Caviar Stick Rose Glow collection. There were 6 in this collection, and it is still available. So the colors that I chose would be Bed of Roses, and the other was Strike a Rose. Bed of Roses, Strike of Rose. So Bed of Roses is more pink, Strike of Rose has more of that copper in there, but they are similar shades. I feel like I can see the difference, but you guys know I love my Laura Mercier Caviar sticks. I love the size of these because it works well for my small lid. These do not crease on me. They're very pigmented, long wearing. You can use them on their own, but I always use them as a base. But I would love for her to not release anymore because I can't resist buying these, even though they are pricey. And really, if you're using them as a base, you don't need that many different shades, especially like this collection. I could have picked probably 2 and been fine, but yes, I love these. And next was a repurchase. This is the Jack Black Intense Therapy Lip Balm in Natural Mint. These are like $8, but they last forever. It's very thick on the lips, but it feels really hydrating. This is a nice cooling scent mint. They do have a lot of other scents as well, which I think is nice, especially if you're not into a typical mint lip balm. And I absolutely love this. I've tried so many lip balms that I feel like don't do anything for me, or I don't like the texture of my lips, but this one is phenomenal. And then the other product that I had picked up was another thing from Persona. This is their E-Balm, which is supposed to be nourishing with vitamin E. And I got the nude shade Meditate. So it looks like that. And this is nice. This is a very sheer product. It has a glossy finish to it. Feels smooth on the lips. It isn't overly hydrating. I wouldn't use this as a lip balm replacement, but I do think it is nice for on the go to give a little bit of color. So it's something I'm hoping to get more use out of in fall because it is this really beautiful like warm nude shade, but not necessarily must have, but I definitely do not regret using my points on this. Now we have my July haul. Start with some things from Ulta. The diamond gift that month was the Grande Cosmetics Peptide Mascara. I have used up a mini before and I do not like this, so I did pass on the full size. It literally does nothing for my lashes at all. Like the brush, the formula, not great. Then we got a little baby sample of the MAC Studio Fix powder, and I got NC20, I believe, and I ended up using this to set my primer. I just finished it this year, and because it's a powder foundation, it did give great coverage on my eyes, so that was great. And then they was just trying to give this away because Kylie's brand was rebranding, and that would be the concealer in the shade Pearl. This really just did not give much coverage. I feel like when I blended it out, I was still able to see a lot of like the discoloration under my eyes, so I would not recommend it. Then I picked up some Persona lip liners, and these are normally $14. Randomly they were on sale for 10 bucks, and they have 4 shades. I picked up 2 at the time, and I have this warm nude almond and then this mauvey pink dusk. So we have almond and dusk, and actually dusk is a little bit warmer than most mauves. It is not purpley, but I love this formula. It is very creamy, and it is a pencil that you have to sharpen, which I don't mind at all. It's a very smooth, easy sharpen. I love this formula. So smooth and creamy. You can fill in your lips with it. I find that these are similar to ColourPop, but a little bit more long wearing, but still not drying. Very comfortable. I love these very, very much. Since then, I did purchase the deepest shade from the BoxyCharm pop-up shop, and I may or may not have just picked up the 4th and final shade. Such a good formula. I love these so much, and almond was in my yearly favorites of last year, so definitely recommend you guys pick those up if you're looking for some good lip liners. And then I did get 2 more Laura Mercier Caviar sticks with different coupons. This first one is like the next shade I was the most interested in besides the 2 I got with my points, and this is the shade Wild Rose. So this is like more of a champagne color, but it does have some pink in it. Really pretty. And then the other color I wasn't as sure about because this one is just more of like a light icy pink, but it's still really pretty. And there's like a little bit more purple in this one. Love these very much. And then I did also get with a coupon the Kvd Dazzle Stick, and this is in the shade Electro Bolt. I'm really surprised that they don't have these available anymore, or at least not on the Ulta website. I'm not sure about Sephora because these were so popular when they came out, so you think that they would keep them around, so I'm not sure what happened there. But this is Electro Bolt. It does feel cooling on the hand and on the eye. This doesn't set down as much as the other Caviar sticks. It looks a little bit chunky, but I think it's very pretty. I do get a little bit of transfer with this one. It just depends how much I put on. I do find, because of the size of this and the size of my lid, that I usually will use like a little bit of this and a little bit of a brush when I'm applying it, just so I can get that precision I like and not being too messy. So I do really like this, but even if more shades were available, I think I'd be fine not getting them, but really fun product. And then from Sephora, I had gotten this little mini duo of the Kaja Gloss Shot glosses. It came with Milk Tea, which is a permanent shade, which is basically like a clear color, slightly milky pink. And then this Rosy Mocha, which is exclusive to this set. They still, at least not on Sephora, they have not released this as a permanent shade. And here is what that looks like. It's really pretty, and you can see it has a nice glossy shine, a good amount of color. I'd say like a good medium coverage. I think that I was hoping that these would be more similar to the Tower 28 glosses, but they're a little bit stickier. So I'm keeping this shade, but they did literally just release another duo that has a permanent shade and a limited edition shade, and I am considering getting it because it's only $15. So I want to use this a little bit more to decide. So the mini sets are really good value. You get a lot of gloss in there. I totally recommend picking up that new set because a lot of people love these. They're just, I think when I compare them to Tower 28, I'm a little disappointed, but compared to some other things, they're not that sticky. And they have an interesting applicator. Not quite that flat paddle that I like, but it ain't bad. And then I had gotten this little mini lip gloss trio from Kosas, their wet set lip oils, and this is the Undress Collection. So these are the 3 nude shades, which are right up my alley. So this is Unhooked. Then we have Unbuttoned and Unzipped, which is a little bit more sheer and has some shimmer in it. This is a nice formula as well. It doesn't feel like other lip oils to me. It's not super slippery. There's a little bit of stick to it, which I think is good to keep them around a little bit longer. I really do like these. I haven't used them in a little bit, so I want to use them more. This is a great set. I do not regret buying this at all. Unbuttoned, Unzipped, and Unhooked. So a really good set. Nice glosses. Still prefer Tower 28. Then as a little coupon code, I had gotten this little mini Kosas Sport Lip Fuel and Baseline, which is the clear one. This is like a little bit thicky like Vaseline. It does have a nice minty scent and a slight cooling tingle. Not the most hydrating lip balm out there and not worth the price for sure. I had also used a little coupon code to get a mini of the Laneige Lip Treatment Balm. I do not like this. It smells a little bit like licorice. It had some shimmer in there that I could feel in the lips. It was a little bit of a thinner formula, not as hydrating. So I think that the original lip sleeping mask is much better than that other product. So I did end up passing it on. Actually, I didn't even feel like using it up because I knew it would take a really long time. And then I had gotten a 100-point perk of the Super Goop Glow Screen. I have tried several different formulas from Super Goop at this point, and that is actually my favorite. It goes really well under makeup. It gives a beautiful glow. It is not sticky or tacky or greasy. It's a phenomenal formula. I would definitely purchase it in the future. And then I had gotten some 100-point perks of the Belief Moisturizing Eye Balm, which is my favorite eye cream, and these little minis last you a really long time. Good for traveling as well. So very happy that I picked those up. And I am prone to milia under my eyes. It doesn't give me milia. That's a really nice creamy gel texture, really good. And then I had another code where I had gotten a little mini Tower 28 lip gloss in Chill, which is the clear shade. I did end up passing on my mini to a friend, but I did get this full size with a limited edition gloss for the holidays. Not last year, but the year before, or last year I think. And this is great. I don't really go for clear glosses, so I haven't used this full size yet, but it gives a lot of beautiful glossy shine, super comfortable. I have used up a mini before, so that's how I know. It's a really good formula, a really, really great price. I definitely do recommend this if you're looking for a clear gloss, although I know that NYX Butter Gloss did just come out with a clear one, so if you're wanting something even cheaper, maybe go with that, but you can't go wrong if you get this. And then I had gotten the Sephora Fresh Face Refresh set, which was a really good set. I did do a try on video, which I will link for you guys. I'm going to run through my thoughts on the products quickly. The Rare Beauty Illuminating Primer, just used this up recently. It was fine, didn't make me too greasy, gave a nice glow without looking glittery, but I have other illuminating primers I prefer, would not repurchase. Then we have the Iconic London Sheer Bronze, and this is in the shade Caramel Glow. This is a liquid bronzer. I think this is the third or fourth shade in the range, which is crazy. And how fair I am, this is the lightest I would go because it is so sheer. So definitely keep that in mind. And because of that, even though there are a lot of shades, it's not going to work for that many people because of how sheer it is. I do find it to be a little bit buildable, but I think the more you put on, it might sheer out your foundation underneath. But I am wearing this today on top of my foundation, and I think it works really nicely and looks pretty. It's definitely something I want to try to pan next year, but not something I would repurchase, but decently easy to use for a liquid bronzer formula. And then I had gotten this little mini Tarte Brazy Cream Blush in Peach Sunset. I love this color, and this is a great size. This is a pretty good cream blush formula. It is a little bit stiffer, and I have been trying this recently when I'm going to work, when I'm wearing powder foundation, and this does not go very well over powder foundation. It just doesn't blend well over top of powder. So I just can't apply too much of this, so keep that in mind if you use this, but not bad. But I do have some other cream blush formulas I prefer. Then came this mini size of the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I do think this is really nice. I know people swear by this. I'm gonna pick Urban Decay All Nighter over it because I know that this is really expensive, but I am going to enjoy using this up, and I think that was awesome to include such a luxury product in this kit. Then we have the Patrick Ta Brow Wax, and then also the brush. I have not used it since that video. I need to try again. It's just something that scares me and takes a little bit more skill. So I could have done without this. I know it was like a super trendy product and very cool to put in this set, but just not the way I do my makeup. Then came a full size of the Benefit Roller Liner Liquid Liner in brown. I've used up a mini before, and I love the felt tip applicator. The size of it is really easy to line and do a wing. It didn't dry up very quickly, but it runs really bad on me. I have very watery eyes, and that sucker did not stand a chance on me, so I am not going to be using up that full size. And then came this little mini Anastasia Lash Brag Mascara, and this didn't do anything for me. It gave a little bit of length and volume, but nothing super special. I don't really love these hourglass brushes very much, so not something that I would purchase or even get with points in the future. And the last product in the set is this little mini Ilia Balmy Gloss Tinted Lip Oil in Tahiti. This beautiful wearable coral color. I have it swatched right here. And I have used up some minis of this formula last year, and it's a really nice formula. It's really smooth feeling. It's not sticky. It's very thin, but it's pretty slippery. So I did use up like a darker shade last year, and it was a little messy. I had to be careful with it. It's something that I do like, and I would buy if I could get it half off, but for any less of a discount than that, I don't think so. I'd still pick Tower 28 over these, but it's a good formula, and I'm hoping to pan this one this summer. Then from Light Slacker's summer collection of last year, I got 2 polishes. I am interested in some from this year, just waiting for a sale. So I got this beautiful cream blue called Send Noodles, and this shimmery blue called Booze Cruise. I like this one a little bit more, but I still like the both of these, and it's a great formula. I do really miss her Kale Polish brand because I think she had such amazing colors, and I'm glad she brought some of them over into her new brand. She did also change the bottles. I think they look nice. The price went up a little bit, but mostly I'm just gonna be annoyed that all my bottles don't match, but it's okay. Those are good. Then I had gotten some products from Kaleidos, and I did review these recently, so I will try to remember to link that. First is the Flower Punk palette. I love the design of the packaging. I hate that it is separate because I have already nicked my shadows. I don't get why this was a good concept. So you've got these more pastel-y shades over here, and then these really pretty grungy greens. I actually prefer the look I made with these grungy greens, surprisingly. Phenomenal formula. I would love to see more palettes from Kaleidos. I've liked all the ones I've tried so far. For a good neutral palette, we have the Sashimi City. The shimmers are really beautiful duochromes. I think it's a little bit redundant to have those 2 dark browns. I would have preferred a different color. I don't love the undertone of this shade, but I really like these 2 right here, and the shimmers a lot. Again, amazing formula. And then from Glamlight, I got Michaela's first palette, and shamefully, I have not used this one yet, but this is something I am going to have in my makeup basket for next month, so you will see several looks coming with it soon. Our new palette looks beautiful, but it's like all blue, green, and purple, and I know I'm not going to reach for it enough, so I'm not going to buy it. Then from Justin, I had gotten the Black Girl Sunscreen Make It Matte. I did just use that up recently. It's a really nice, smooth matte formula. Reminds me a bit of the Unseen sunscreen from Supergoop, where it is more of that silicone-y texture. The packaging on mine broke so quickly and I have no idea why, so I ended up having to put it in a different container, which was very irritating. I would not repurchase it. I do have other sunscreens I like more formula-wise, and I'm just worried about the packaging. Then from Influencer, I have not used these yet, but it's something I've tried before, the KVD Tattoo Liner in Trooper, which is the matte black, and Mad Max Brown, which is the brown. I love these so much. An amazing brush tip liquid liner, lasts a long time, easy to line and do the wing. And that's everything. I know that was a whole lot and this was a long video, but a lot of things that I'm really enjoying. Some things I want to give some more love to, but not too many things I've decluttered from here, so that is really good. I would love to hear your thoughts on these products in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.